What is going on, guys? This is Kyle from the Shadow Realm, bringing you an update to the budget Mayakashi deck profile post Savage Strike, at least the special edition, because we got this amazing card right here that really helps the deck out. So as you can tell, it's still the budget variant, so because this is just like a little project I've been working on. You can still pick up this deck for like $35 maybe, like the whole deck. So it's if you buy all singles. So it's really cheap still, and it is a lot more powerful thanks to this one card here. So I'll go through all the cards again if you missed the last video, but it has been a while since I've updated this, and I've got a lot more playtesting, so let's get right into it then. So with the monsters, of course, we have the newest card, the triple Yuki-Musume. Yuki-Musume? I'm just going to say Yuki, the Ice Mayakashi. So Yuki is really awesome. If you control a Mayakashi and this card is in your hand or in the graveyard, you can special summon it, and then you can mill a zombie from your deck. Any zombie. So that itself is really awesome for getting Mizuki, and it's really awesome for getting all the Shiranuis, because they synergize with this archetype. So this card's really nuts, and that all happens in one effect, so they have to, if they negate it, it doesn't special summon, so, because it's all one effect. But anyway, so all the Mayakashis say that you can only special summon Mayakashis from the extra deck, which is what's really hindering this deck from being like super meta, because they all have that. They're all different attributes, but they're all zombies, so, but yeah, this card was definitely a must-have. Now next we have the triple hagin, the Winged My Akashi. This is the most expensive Mayakashi, clocking in at around $3 or $4 a piece. So, but there's a reason for it. So when it's normal or special summoned, you can special summon a Mayakashi right from your deck. Again, you can only special summon Mayakashis from the extra deck. What you're usually going to be getting is the 2 Daki. So Daki is your tuner, because this is a synchro deck. So this is your main tuner. Because when it's sent to the graveyard and a Mayakashi was special summoned from the extra deck, it just special summons itself. And then for the rest of the turn, you can't summon anything except Mayakashis. Or no, not for the rest of the turn. For the turn you activate the effect, you can't do it. So that's what kind of balances it, because this literally just keeps coming back with each special summon, because it's not once per turn. So that's why you use that. It is the level 2 as well. Next, I bumped this guy down to 1. He was at 3 originally, but I got the Yuki, so this card's not really necessary anymore. You just play it at 1 because it's a monster reborn. So when it's summoned, when it's normal or special summoned, you can just special summon 1 Mayakashi from your graveyard, but negate its effects, and it is special summoned. It doesn't really matter with Daki, because when she goes to the graveyard, it's no longer on the field, so it won't be negated really, but yeah, just so for some recursion, and you can get all the synchros back as well. Now, for the Shiranuis, we have the 2 Shiranui Solitaire. So Solitaire is, as you all know, he's really awesome because you can tribute him and then special summon a zombie tuner with 0 defense from your deck. So this is usually how you get Unizombie out, but it can also get Daki if you really need it. When this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Shiranuis and special summon it. If you have one of the traps on the field, I think it's called like Shiranui Style or something, you can do 2, but that never happens because I don't play those. So yeah, he just recurs other zombies. All the Shiranuis have banish effects, by the way. So next we have the 1 Squire. So Squire, when it's normal summoned, you can special summon a Shiranui Spectral Sword right from your deck. We play 2 of those. So again, it just brings a monster out in the field, and that monster always happens to be a tuner, so that's really nice. When it's banished, you get to draw a card and discard a card, so that's really nice. Next, you have the first Spectral Sword, which is Spectral Sword Shade. So with Shade, you can tribute it and then target 2 of your banished Shiranuis and special summon them. Then it locks you into zombies, but luckily for you, everything's a zombie, so it doesn't really matter. And then we have the original Shiranui Spectral Sword. So with this one, you can banish this one and another monster from your graveyard and synchro summon using those two. But it has to be the turn after it was sent to the graveyard. So again, this one just self-banishes itself. And these are all zombies, so you can mill all of these. And all these synchros banish zombies from the graveyard to do effects. So that's why it really works with the Shiranuis. Next, we have the One Samurai. This one's an interesting normal summon, because as a quick effect, you can banish a zombie from your graveyard. This will gain 600 attack, and it will banish any monster that it battles. So you just pop this guy down, or you can mill it and banish it, because when you banish it, you get to add a Shiranui that's banished from your banish pile to your hand. So again, it's just a really nice utility card. And then finally, probably the best one is Spirit Master. So Spirit Master, when he's banished, you get to destroy a card in the field. So this guy, really awesome. Anyway, that's it for the Mayakashis and the Shiranuis. Now we have just the generic zombie support. So first you have your 3 Unizombie. Unizombie discards and mills from the deck, and he's a tuner. He's really awesome. He also modulates level when he does that. Next you have the triple Gozuki. Gozuki also mills from the deck, and when he's sent to the graveyard, you can banish him and special summon a zombie from your hand. So not that useful in this deck, but you can do it. It's an option. Finally, you have the triple Mizuki. Mizuki, you can banish him from your graveyard and special summon a zombie right from your graveyard. So it's really nice. So that's actually going to do it for all the zombies. We have 2 hand traps, because again, this is a budget deck. So we have the 2 Effect Veiler. It's still a really good card, even for budget. So that's why I play that. And it is a tuner, just in case you need it. So anyway, that is it for the monsters. Let's go right into the spells. Now for the spell lineup, we have the triple Mayakashi Return. Return, you basically add any Mayakashi that you need from your deck to your hand, or you can send it to the graveyard as well. You can mill it. So this is a Foolish Burial and a Rhoda of sorts, because it can even search the spells that you don't play. But, it's basically just searches all the monsters. Next, we play the triple Necronize. This card's really cool. It's like a sleeper, honestly. If you control a level 5 or higher zombie, you can mind control one of your opponent's monsters. So you just take it, and it can still attack and everything. Its effects aren't negated. And the other really cool thing about this is the turn after it's sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombies into the deck, and you can just set this right on the field. So it has that really nice recursion in the deck, which is why this card's nuts. Next, I have the 2 Book of Life. Book of Life is just a non-once per turn monster reborn for zombies, and it banishes. You have to banish a card in your opponent's graveyard. So going first, this card's not great, which is why I only play 2. Next, the 1 Reasoning. They're all different levels. So the 1 for 1. This gets your hagin out on the field. The Monster Reborn, of course. And finally, the Dark Hole, because it's Dark Hole, and it's not a bad card. Anyway, that is it for the spells. Let's move right on to the small trap lineup. It's literally only 2 cards, and it is Shiranui style Swallow's Slash. Oh my god. Basically, you get to tribute a zombie. You target 2 cards in the field and destroy them. So it's not, you're not plussing, but it is really awesome. And then you get to banish a zombie from your deck. So all the Shiranui's effects are viable to you now because of this card. So this card's really awesome. If you want to bump it up to 3 and get rid of the Dark Hole, I would recommend it. I just don't have a 3rd one. So yeah, this card's really nuts. Anyway, that is it for the main deck. Let's go right into the extra deck. So first we have 2 of the Winged My Akashi. Missing one. So before we get into this, all the Mayakashis have they're all 2 levels apart from each other, which is not a coincidence because Daki is a level 2 and she keeps coming back. So basically they all have the same effect where if the next synchro, so if the level 5 for this one is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish a zombie from your graveyard and then special summon him from the graveyard. All of these do that for the next synchro. For the biggest synchro, it's a little different, but we'll get into that. So when this guy's summoned from the graveyard, all your Mayakashis can't be destroyed by battle, which is nice, I guess. So this is kind of like your last line of defense. Next, you have 2 of the poisonous Mayakashi. When this one's special summoned from the graveyard, both players mill the top 3 cards of their deck. So it'll mostly help you most of the time. Next, we have the Winged My Akashi, the level 7. This one's really nice because it destroys spells and traps when it's special summoned from the graveyard. So that one's really good. This one's probably the best one out of all of them, and that is Yugioh, the Graceful Mayakashi. When this one's special summoned from the graveyard, you get to destroy a monster on the field. It's non-targeting, so it gets around a lot of monsters. And then finally, your ending one, the level 11, the Skeletal Mayakashi. This guy's 3300 beater. When he's summoned from the graveyard, he's unaffected by all card effects, so it's not the best, but it does work because he's a pretty big beat stick. Now with this one, when the Link monster is destroyed, he comes back. So the last one up the ladder is your triple Yugioh, the ice Mayakashi. So with this one, you can only control one of it, which is unfortunate. But it is a really awesome monster. It's the easiest one to make because you don't need a tuner. While it points to a Mayakashi, or while it points to a synchro monster, it can't be targeted by battle. And once per turn, when the synchro is destroyed, you can have your opponent's monster's attack. So it's not the best, but it has the awesome protection, and it's really easy to make. So that's how you get all your Mayakashis in the graveyard. And that's going to wrap up our extra deck. So anyway, guys, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's not the strongest deck, but it is very fun. So if you're looking for like a cheap, fun deck to play, you definitely should consider picking this up because it is pretty fun. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you did. Put a comment down below letting us know what you think. And consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. And we really appreciate you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.